Well, we see Cheryl Reeve wearing a shirt today in support of trans kids. Trans kids belong on the shirt. This in the aftermath of Sophie Cunningham's recent comments. We actually saw Cheryl and Sophie speaking at center court pregame. And yesterday, Cheryl Reeve spent a lot of time talking at length with the media about this topic.
I would encourage anyone to go and listen to Cheryl Reeve's comments. Incredibly thoughtful, easy to find online, and just encourage anyone to go and listen.
The narrative that I think that is problematic is to suggest that, number one, that transgender athletes are the biggest problem in women's sports. And I think this is what's bothersome, is that there's a faction of people in our country that are making this a massive issue. We have some issues.
À 3 points qui décoche sous les sifflets des Monégasques. Et la remontée de balle, il y a un 2 contre 1 à jouer là. Est-ce qu'elle peut y aller toute seule? Tétard sur le Eurostep. Elle a effacé Marie. On a vu Olga Tarasenko encourager ses troupes alors qu'on revoit ce fan.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well. Guess who is public enemy number one when it comes to the woke agenda in the WNBA? It is Sophie Cunningham. Now, Rose did a video like a week ago because Sophie Cunningham came out and said, hey, there shouldn't be any men in women's sports. You know, common sense, nothing political. And what did these left-wing lunatics do? They burn her jersey. Sophie Cunningham is the most popular WNBA player, especially off the court. She's the most popular WNBA player. She's speaking nothing but common sense. But what happened in Seattle when some Sophie Cunningham fans sat courtside and they were actually rocking, I believe, the XY shirts. They also had a sign, if I'm not mistaken, supporting Sophie Cunningham. What happened? The left-wing lunatic co-owner of the Seattle Storm went and cursed out these young girls. I believe they were only 14 years old or something like that. Yes, she cursed at them and tried to lecture them about Jesus. Yeah, didn't work out so well because this owner guy actually got suspended for 5 games. Should have been longer than that. So the Sophie Cunningham supporters did nothing wrong. They were just sitting there. They were peaceful, nothing more. But there's a movement now, folks, when it comes to supporting Sophie Cunningham. City after city, guys. Sophie Cunningham supporters are actually showing up to support her, and they don't want males and female sports. But the rest of these WNBA wokesters, they're saying, yeah, bring them on in. Yeah, guys, when I put up my video about Caitlin Clark, I crushed her. And a lot of people, we lost 30 subs on that video. But I knew I was going to be right because she refused to actually address the situation, while at the same time, other lunatics in the league were saying yes. And now you actually have a male in France that wants to invade the WNBA. You also have another lunatic WNBA player, Gabby Williams, saying, yeah, I will welcome a transgender on my team or playing against me. We know she really wouldn't like that, folks. She would not like that. So I want the WNBA to actually draft Enes Kanter Freedom. They should. See, this is what happens, folks, when you don't be vocal about what you believe. They'll run over you. They'll run over you. So I'm glad that this story about the transgender issue in WNBA is a big thing now, because women are showing up and supporting Sophie Cunningham. So I believe the game tomorrow, guys. The Indiana Fever are actually going to be playing the Chicago Sky at United Center in Chicago. And guess what? The Chicago Sky issued a statement. And I believe this statement was actually directed at Sophie Cunningham supporters. Okay? They wouldn't dare, make a statement like this towards deranged leftists. To me, guys, pretty much a warning. Pretty much a warning. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Here we go. Right over here on Outkick. Chicago Sky addressed Sophie Cunningham rally planned outside home game versus Fever. The team issued a statement calling for fans to follow arena safety and code of conduct policies ahead of Saturday's game. Now, I don't think there's going to be any problem whatsoever with these Sophie Cunningham supporters. Now, when it comes to the trans mafia and leftists, yeah, those people are crazy. They are crazy. I don't expect them to behave if there's actually counter protesters out there. Says here, the Chicago Sky have addressed the upcoming Sophie Cunningham rally set to take place outside the United Center on Saturday ahead of the Sky's game against the Indiana Fever. Quote, the Chicago Sky, this is what they put out, are committed to providing a welcoming space for all. And we remain focused on basketball and offering fans a great experience at the United Center. As always, we expect that everyone will continue to follow all standard arena safety, security, media, and fan code of conduct policies and protocols. Read a statement provided to Fox News Digital. Yeah. Saturday's game will see the fourth rally in support of Cunningham after she publicly came out in support of protecting women's sports from biological males in an ESPN article that published last month. And one thing I like about Sophie Cunningham, she has not backed down. She said, I said what I said because she meant it. Her supporters, man, they're not going to be violent. They haven't been violent. But we saw what that owner in Seattle did. That owner in Seattle was acting like an idiot. A complete idiot. Why would you actually go out there and curse out children? Because children they don't want males and female sports. What has happened to us, folks? What has happened to us as a country, as a society? The only people, guys, that's really advocating for males to invade female sports is females. How crazy is that? Left-wing lunatic females, WNBA players, advocating for their own demise. I'm wondering if Gabby Williams actually really believes what she said. She put that out publicly, but maybe behind closed doors, she truly doesn't believe that. Well, that makes you a coward then. There should be no women advocating for what the WNBA is pushing. And really, guys, they have opened the door, man. It's going to happen. I told you guys in a video probably about 5-6 months ago, I said it's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. The WNBA officially will have an out-and-out transgender league. It's going to happen. And right now, man, the heat is up. There seems to be almost no WNBA player. Sophie Cunningham is the only WNBA player that's come out and said, nah, we shouldn't have males and female sports. Whereas you have multiple coaches now in the WNBA saying, nah, it's okay. You actively have female players in the WNBA saying, no, it's okay. Bring them in. Well, I say give them what they want. They're going to get red pilled. Because just imagine, folks, what Enes Kanter Freedom would actually do in the WNBA. He's not old. He played at the highest level. His final season in the NBA, I believe he was actually averaging a double-double. Enes Kanter Freedom is 6'10". He'll be the tallest player in the WNBA. And the muscle mass, no woman in the WNBA can match him. The dude is going to be Wilt Chamberlain, man. He's going to average 60 and 40 per game. 60 points a game, 40 rebounds a game, and won't break a sweat. Unbelievable, man. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.